Beautiful Splint Company, which is supported by York School of Jewellery, makes medical jewellery for people who need specific support for their joints.
My name is Nick Stanbury and I'm co-director and co-founder of the Beautiful Splint Company.
We're going to the back workshop, so there's 3 workshops here.
My name's Emma and I'm here to have some ring splints made.
Ring splints are medical supports for people who need support for their joints, for instance due to arthritis.
This one I made for myself, just I've got a very slight problem, so the finger overpronates backwards this way. Because of the work I do, this is my grip hand, and this hand tends to lock in that position, purely because the finger overpronates back and then locks here. So in that position there, you can see it bends back. By putting the ring on, and this one's been much used unfortunately, you can see I can grip, I can do everything I need to do, but the finger won't pronate back or overpronate backwards this way. I'll take you through the whole making process. We're going to measure up, we're going to make some mock-ups, and then we're going to do some fitting. I've got your prescription here from your occupational therapist, which is beautifully written, so I know exactly what I'm doing here.
Emma has Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, which causes hypermobility in her joints, amongst other symptoms. She also has related conditions, including arthritis.
Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, it's one of a group of connective tissue disorders, which is a genetic disorder. Basically, in my day-to-day life, it affects me in the sense that I can dislocate anywhere up to 40 times a day. It's seriously to the point of even an action like reaching for a mug can cause a dislocation in the shoulder, or getting up out of a chair can dislocate my hip, or like when I first wake up in the morning I have to reset my ankles before I can get out of my bed or hit the deck. Hopefully they'll create more stability in my hands, which will mean that I'll be able to do a lot more things like typing, which is very important, especially if you're laid up a lot, to have contact with the outside world and still be able to function on some level. I'm also an artist, and to even hold a brush has become an issue for me. And basically, when a normal person holds a paintbrush, they'd hold it kind of like this, and it would be a very natural, loose position. But due to the hypermobility in my fingertips especially, when I try to hold a paintbrush, I end up having to sort of stack my fingers in this sort of way, and within 5-10 minutes my wrist and all my back of my hand is hurting a great deal. Basically it's important to me to be able to paint because it's a great passion in my life, but it's also a matter of the sicker I get and the more laid up I am, the more important it is in my life that I still have an outlet for my creativity and something where I produce something in my life so I feel like valid.
Well, we set the company up with a very specific aim to put ourselves out of business. Being a school here, York School of Jewellery, we're then going to teach occupational therapists and healthcare professionals how to do it.
Right.
But if they can do it,
people that are going to do it responsibly, basically.
Yes, we're redundant then, which is great. That's exactly what we want.
Unless a prescription changes, metal splints can last a lifetime. Thermoplastic splints, the more conventional method, tend to have a limited durability, and wearing multiple splints on the same hand can be problematic. Precious metal is used for its strength and malleability, and as it looks attractive, some people are more likely to wear the splints regularly.
So the next stage after this is to use a different measuring system, and then we're going to combine the two results, and then we're going to make up very basic blanks, and we can have a look at them and look at the angles and say, well, actually that needs to be a bit smaller, it needs to be a bit larger, and then we'll solder them all together.
The Beautiful Splint Company uses a unique measurement formula in designing its splints.
Wow, there we are, beginnings. They're brilliant. So weird how it feels for my finger to stop at a normal range, do you know what I mean? It feels so strange. Even just sitting like that, you can see it's bending up along there. But with the ring splint on, it's like the first time I've ever been able to straighten it to maximum straightness, and it's not doing it, can't go too far, basically. That's brilliant.
So, we've got all the rings fitting now.
Yeah.
The next stage is to finish them off, make them more perfect.
Yeah.
And then we'll give you a call, come back in for a final fitting and make sure they're all okay.
Okay.
And then once that's done, we'll send them to your occupational therapist. He'll look at them, check them over, and sign them off.
Thank you very much.
We are not healthcare professionals, and we don't profess to be. Once the finished splints are hallmarked and finished, the healthcare professional signs these rings off.
3 months after having her splint signed off, Emma returns to see Nick.
Should we go on through then?
Yeah, we're through here. Okay.
Just talk me through how these have been, because if I understand correctly, you need a little bit of adjustment on.
I do need a little bit of adjustment, just due to arthritis.
Right.
Changing the shape of the knuckle.
Right.
But the other splints, I haven't had any trouble with the fitting at all. So it's just these two joints here.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. So these are clearly working in some form or another for you.
Oh, they've been amazing. They've changed my life, basically. I've been able to type, I've been able to paint again, I've been able to just do housework. I even discovered you can do the dishes with them on, and even in soapy water they don't fall off. I had high hopes for them, but I had no idea how good they would actually be. I thought they would reduce the movement. I had no idea about how much they would reduce the pain.
It's great that it seems to have radically changed the way she lives some of her life. So she's now able to do washing up. Probably not on everybody's wish list to be able to do cleaning, but of course if you can't do something, it's always nice to have that function back again.
Most of my other supports for like my wrist joints and my knees and things like that they're ugly, they're blatantly supports, you know. Been quite nice in a way. I can almost be a bit smug and say, well, you know, because people go, oh, they're amazing, I want some. And they can't believe it. People are amazed that they're medical equipment.
All the feedback from the healthcare professionals and hospitals that we work with has been extremely positive. They're all fascinated with what we do, and there seems to be a great deal of interest in actually learning to do it themselves, which, of course, we thoroughly and wholeheartedly welcome.
I love to paint. I painted this as a thank you for Nick, and I managed to paint this over 2 days. It would have taken me probably about a week to paint something like this, and I would be battling hand pain. Now that I have the splints, it's a totally different story. As far as I'm concerned, that's made a huge difference to me psychologically to be able to paint again.
Thank you, that's lovely.
Okay.
That's very much appreciated.
I'm glad you like it.
It's nice to see such a positive outcome.
For more information, please visit www.thebeautifulsplintcompany.co.uk.